All right. Hello, everybody, and hello, Emmanuel.
Hi.
Hi. Okay, we're celebrating Emmanuel, my client, of her amazing leap. She has booked 50,500, if I'm not incorrect, and $25,000 cash in May so far. And May is not over, so we're not done. That's another thing. And she has around $40,000 cash scheduled for June already. And not only that, I'm just gonna go through all your results right now. you
Yeah.
you have completely changed your fees and your business model as well. But you used to charge, let's say, $1,000. It was okay. You used to charge very different. Let's just say there was like very different in fee. But we took the fees from like 2 to 3K 90 days to 10. And then you closed another one that was also 10, and then you closed a few other small clients, and then you also closed another one that is a 10, but it's going to become probably 20 or 30 or something in between. We will know.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
soon.
Yeah. We'll know soon.
We will know. And everybody, she has made. I did the cash calculation. You did around $23,000 cash in all of 2020. If until now. So, or I would say average 7, 8K cash every month in average or something like that. And she jumps to 50, guys. So first of all, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Okay, so just first, just tell everybody, how has this been for you? It's been like 30 days or something. So how has this big leap been for you so far?
Yes. So of course, it's been amazing. Okay. First, and it's crazy when you look at this. This month, I've made as much as I made last year in my business. It was my first year in business, and in I think in 3 weeks, really, in 20 days, approx, I made as much money as I was making 2 years ago in my 9 to 5 job. So it's been amazing, like on the money side, of course, but also even on everything else, um, confidence-wise, and feeling, uh, worthy of this, because it's not that much harder to sell a big package, but then I feel better towards my client, if I can say, in the way that they pay me, so then I'm really 100% in, and I deliver even better results. And not that I was not good before, it was good before, but at some point I was like, I gotta stop. I know I could go further, but I gotta stop, because I cannot do all this for the price they pay me.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, yeah, I can do it. They pay, and they get even better results. So they pay me more, but the results, even if it's 10 times more they pay me, the results are more than 10 times better. So it feels amazing. I also see my clients thriving, so this is very motivating.
Yeah. Really good.
Yeah.
Okay, so can you tell everybody how it was for you? You were making what we calculated $50,000 cash last year, like the actual cash in the bank, people. That's what we're talking about. And you have made 23 so far. Can you tell everybody, like, how was that? How hard did you work? How was the back end, not just the sales? Like, how was your day scheduled and all of that?
Okay, so well, before pre-program, at first I was working, normal hours when I started my business, 9 to 5. Like, I didn't necessarily have a 40 hours a week at first, and then at some point, of course, you reach your full capacity and you work as much as when you have a job, and then you overreach it and you start working like crazy. And yeah, I was there. I was working a lot. Like, my days were full, and sometimes I had to work nights, and it was a lot. But I was not at the point yet where I could, have someone in my team, or didn't even know if I wanted someone on my team. So I kind of thought I had to just go through this phase until my business was to the point where I can have an employee or something like this. But I started to not have fun, and it was just too much. And just by doing this, like upping my fee, I could let go of first some clients who took a lot of time and did not bring a lot, so that eases my schedule. But also, just we've looked at it and worked on it, and I don't know, it seems so simple now that it's done and I have so much time for my own business, but before I did not have the time. And I'm not a disorganized person, I'm very organized, but it shifts in perspective. I hired a VA also, of course that helped, but yeah, so just redoing the whole schedule was major. Like now I have time to work on my business, which I never did. I was still thinking kind of like an employee, like my hours are given to other people. And now I have that shift of my hours, some of them need to be for me. I have a business as well. And this helps me do the leap because of course then I find new clients, I work on my things, and yeah, but I was not really doing it before. I was working more than 40 hours just for other people.
Yeah, I was going to say that because Emmanuelle's issue wasn't necessarily that she didn't know how to coach and any of that. She was actually really, really good at what she's doing. She was using her genius to a certain degree to what she was aware of. So her clients were getting like really, really great results. But all the time went to them. Like it was like Monday was client, Tuesday was client, Thursday was client. It was like all the time. And then for really, really small chunks of cash that didn't even match at all how great she was and what she was doing with them. And you asked, as she said, like you create like, oh my God, I want to do more, but I can't because you're paying me like $3 and you get resentful and all that. And I know you also told me that you had a little fear of like, if you sign more clients, you would burn out or something because, I mean, where would they fit?
Yeah, well, I was at the point where, like, yes, I wanted to grow my business, but I didn't want to have more clients in my schedule because I was already full. I felt like I was so full, and yeah, but then we've just changed a few things, and it made a big difference.
So what did you try? Okay, so let me ask you this. What did you try to like, did you try to sign new clients or did you just like, no, I'm not even going to do that? Or, or were you just too focused on your clients? And
yeah, it's a good question. So I kind of wanted, but I didn't really do anything. So it was like, oh yes, I'd like to have a new client, but then I didn't have the time and I was like, how am I going to fix this? So like I would say like, yes, I would like to have a new client, but then my actions did not necessarily match this because it didn't seem realistic.
Yes, because obviously there was no space or anything. Okay, so we started to work together, and then explain to everybody how that shift was for you.
The schedule shift or
all of it? Yeah, the schedule. Yeah, tell everybody how much you work right now, and yeah, everything.
Okay. Yeah, so right now I work, well, Monday to Friday when I want. So I do usually my day like 8 to 5 normal, but Friday afternoon usually I don't. And if I want to take a break, like I can. Like last week, there was one day I just was like, oh no, today, you know what? Like I'm not productive. Like today, like that's it. I'm just not working today. And nothing exploded. Well, before like taking one day, like oh my God, like you take one day, but then it's not a treat for yourself because the day after you pay for it because you have so much to catch up on.
Exactly.
So just that is like really good, but also upping the pricing of my offers has also upped my perceived value. So either from myself to myself and from my clients to myself as well, I feel like the boundaries are much clearer. So me to me, like, you know what, at 5, that's it. I close my computer. If it's not done, it's not done. And I tell the client it will be done tomorrow or the day after or when I can. And that's it. And that's just it. And my boundaries are more and more clear in terms of that. I take more time for myself and I let myself have more fun too. And if in the day I have a call with a client, we can take like 2 minutes to talk about our weekends and have fun. I don't have to always be like little robot, like I don't have time to talk to you, I need to do something. So I have more time for myself outside of work, but inside of work, I let myself have more fun too.
Yeah.
And it does not change my results, and if anything, it makes me even better because I get more
Yeah.
creative and everything. And from my clients as well, it's like I see that the value, they perceive the value, they see it, but also they respect the boundaries more. And I've seen that the first clients I upped the pricing up, actually were better clients than the ones that I did not. And I didn't do everyone at the same time. Then I have these like clients that pay nothing, that would like try to message me on my personal page when like I never do this. And I tell them like, no, I don't take messages on Facebook. Like I just do it on my professional space. And I was like, you don't pay me, and like you don't respect me. And the people that pay more respect me more.
Yes.
So just like myself to myself, I give myself more space to feel good and have fun and everything. And that reflects on how my clients treat me as well. And it's just beneficial for everyone in the end, and it feels really good, and I feel like I'm having more fun too.
And fun is very important.
Yeah.
I would say, but that was actually really, really good explained. And here's the other thing Emmanuelle did. So we took her fees from like 1 to like 10, and tell everybody about like when you took the sale from 1K to 10K and now like potentially 20. Just tell them how easy that actually was compared to how you like tried to sell in the past. Just so see how easy it is.
So I got an opportunity that came to me first. I didn't need to go after it. So yes. Yeah. And it was for like 2 days of work, but also more than 2 days, like a little bit of planning. It was more like some training. And the opportunity was for $1,000, 1K. And even a little bit less than that, because it was in Canadian, I think. So like 750.
Yeah. Wow.
750. Yeah. So it's like nothing. And I was not, I was just not interested. And so we worked on doing it in another way, where I just said, this is how I want to do it. And it worked. And it was easy. And now it's from 1 to 10K. And on top of this, there's been a lot of people interested in it. So we're opening a second, one extra, or maybe 2. We don't know yet. We're just doing it like tomorrow. So it went from like 1K for the thing to 10K for the same. And then we are making part 2 of it. So a second group, which is going to be another 10K.
Yes, minimum. And you should know that this was Emmanuelle sitting on a Sunday, and that the phone is ringing or whatever, like the phone, the email is like, we want more people. And the thing, that is what happens. What we have done with Emmanuelle, if we have stopped her to focus on all the crap, which is what I call like the 80% of things you don't need to do, and only focus on her genius, what makes her unique, what makes her special, because part of the process here is when she really truly sees her genius and her value, because she was already doing it. Like you were already doing it, you were already awesome, but you weren't like thinking in your head, well, I'm the best shit that ever happened on the planet, and you should pay me $50,000 just to me do this. So the thing we had to do was to change how she saw herself, because she was so great. It just like didn't click in her brain, so that when people contact her, she's like, no, this is $10,000 a minimum. And when she does that, people are like, okay, great, it's 10, fine. Because I remember you told me like they will never pay me 10K, like that's never gonna happen. I was like, yes. And then they went all the way to like 20 or something. Yeah. So it's phenomenal. Like you have to do so much less by just focusing on what she's doing the best. And also this particular sale, it's kind of like 4 hours per week or something for a month for like 25K cash, which is phenomenal.
Yes.
Not only is she going to do what she's the best at, but she can do it and like have a coffee break and like have a party and do whatever she wants, and then get creative to create more. Like that was also the thing that I think I told you as well. When you have space, you have space to create more and do more, and you know, go forward with your business without having to scale your ass off and work your ass off. As in scale your ass off with courses and like die in the process because you're launching.
Yeah, no, and I mean, so far I've never even did any launching.
Yeah, right.
I've just not done it. So.
Yes, and we're just on like month 1, so this is going to be phenomenal moving forward anyways. So just what do you want to say, because you have other experiences? How is it being coached by me versus being coached by other people? Because I remember one of your fears was like, maybe Charlotte would just like show up on the call and ask, you know, what should we do today? Or for instance, which is like, I think all my clients have had that fear, or not fear, but they have told that to me about, because that's usually how they're being coached. So how is it to be coached by me, like compared to what you've
Yes, so I don't have a lot of experience in coaching, but I had some though. I've done some, and I think every coach has something to bring, you know. So depending on where I think you are and what you want to work on.
Yeah.
But for me right now, you are the good fit, and what I see that is really unique to you is you're like almost, okay, not a mom, but like, you know, like I don't want to say this like wrong, but you're pushing and kicking our ass every day. And if it's supposed to be like, okay, like Wednesday I want to have this because I want to take a look at it, and then Monday you're going to like post whatever or call this person or whatever, like better be there. Better be there. So it's very very structured and very strategic and very much like, okay, this is the next step, this is what we're going to do, why, and everything, which for me is great because I work in strategy as well, so I really understand this, and it's a plan, and I see the steps and I follow and I see the results. So I mean, someone that wants to be more into like connecting with their inner child, whatever, I don't know, like that's not it at all. But it's very, no, but it's true, like, you know, every coach has something to bring, but you're the one. But if people want really a good strategy, like I do, okay, like do this, but knowing why as well, not just like follow me and I'm the, you know, like it all makes sense to understand everything. And yes, but it's yeah, that's it. It's so strategic. And for me, I feel like I went a bit from employee to agency, really.
Yeah.
Like that shift. And there's also all these like process around, and it's very strategic and structured.
Yeah. That was very funny, but it's true. It's 100%.
Yeah, but it's true. That's what for me, it's a big difference. Of course, we work on like, oh my god, like I don't think I can charge 10K. Like, hey, I cannot do it. Of course, you're going to hype me, okay? Yeah, you will hype me, but it's not just that. It's also like it's so strategic and it's so intelligent and well done that. Yes, we'll work on like me feeling like I can do it, but there's not really a way that it would not work, because if I follow like this, it's going to work.
Yeah. And I also want to say to everybody who's watching, and also to you, that Emmanuelle is just has such an amazing business genius. I will write a whole post about her genius or whatever. So and everybody can check her out anyways if you're interested to seeing her phenomenal genius. And the problem is that if you have this creative, amazing business genius or relationship genius or whatever it is, what you're interested in, and then you're stuck in like a system where you have to like follow a template and say the thing and launch that thing or write the marketing the same fucking way all the time, you lose your, what's I say, you know, your creativity, like you use your natural ability to create. And I think for Emanuela specifically, because her brain is so creative, like when she first have a client, she's like, okay, we need to fix this, whatever is in business, and that is very different for each client, so everything is customized. So I think half of her, or you can say it yourself, was kind of like missing that part that was like very authentic to her, to not just follow one thing and one thing only, a system, so she can like really just use her genius to be herself. And I would say that's also why the client results are even better, because you can actually use, you know, your whole thing. And I think that is the biggest issue with strategies or like creatives in a system, that they feel trapped, or they feel like they don't necessarily want 50,000 people commenting on their posts.
Yeah, and I feel like we have something very similar in how we work, so for me it makes sense. But
Yeah.
you know, as you said, yes, I am very creative and very much in that energy, but I also like the very good strategy and very like intelligent thinking.
Yeah.
And the mix of both. So for me, I know that, you know, I'm not looking for a therapist, like just my emotion, but I also don't want like the okay, step 1, step 2, step 3, like bro system, like okay, like do like me and it's going to work. That's I don't need that either. I need like that mix of the two, because that's what I do and that's what I am as well. And this is where we have that connection, which makes it work between both of us.
And what do you want to say, like, lastly, what do you say to your former Emanuela like a year ago? Like she just did what, like 25K cash, 40K cash next month and everything. What do you want to say to her?
Oh my God. I would say to just jump into, you know, the opportunities that come to make you grow, and trust my intuition, trust your intuition, to know if the people are good for you and will really help you. Because every time you'll take a jump, you're going to go so much further ahead. So yes, it might be scary, but when you look back, you will never regret it.
And you probably also would be showing her, and she would be really proud, or she would be like, "What?
Yes.
What the hell?"
Yes, for sure. And I would tell her as soon as plane can fly again, that you're going on a vacay.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Thank you so much, and this was great.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.